Good morning, good night, Eagle MMA family. This is every fight to make after UFC Mexico, Moreno vs. Royval 2. So first of all, this was a pretty good card. It's a pretty good card. There's obviously, could have been a little bit better, but I'd say it's like a 7 out of 10. You know who doesn't think it's a 7 out of 10? That British fucking MMA Puru. Let me just say this. F you. Hey. F you. MMA Guru. Worst card. And his fucking thumbnail going, this is the worst card. And I watched his fucking reaction because the GOAT Clipper, gray shirt, went away. He's made clips of Eagle MMA. Maybe I paid $5 for him to kill me. Who knows? Okay. He made a clip of MMA Guru reacting to Royval versus Moreno. And the whole time, MMA Guru's just sitting there. Great. Oh, great. Yeah. Hey, saying this fight was boring. Hey. Brandon Royval set a strike record. He literally set a strike fucking record. How is that boring? Oh, if you like Royval, just tap it on the arms of Moreno. This wasn't really, he wasn't in the fight. He wasn't fighting him. What are you talking about? He set a significant strike record. You're insane and retarded. But let's get right into the fights to make. Starting out with Muhammad Naimov versus Eric Silva. Easy win for Muhammad Naimov. If you didn't pick Muhammad Naimov, you should quit watching the sport. Eric Silva got injured, right, in the first 44 seconds. His leg, snapped off a takedown or something crazy like that. But easy win for Muhammad Naimov. I think you should fight JSP. I want to move Muhammad Naimov up. This was a nothing fight. Like my guru says, it was a nothing fight. Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut up. Move Muhammad Naimov up. We need more prospects at featherweight because there's no one there. Every fighter up until the top 6 has no chance of becoming a champion, okay? They need fucking prospects. But next up, Felipe Dos Santos versus Victor Altamirano. Another easy W for Felipe Dos Santos. People calling this a robbery. Felipe Dos Santos won this fight easily. He won 2 and 3 fucking easily, okay? Not even contested, okay? I think Felipe Dos Santos should fight the arguable flyweight GOAT, Jimmy Flick, okay? Because I want to see Jimmy Flick get his shit kicked in. I want to see that Jimmy the Brick Flick just get beat up. There's a small voice in my head, just every day, I want to see Jimmy Flick get fucking fucked up. But next up, Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Denis Bondar. Ronaldo Rodriguez, pretty good performance, right? He wasn't doing great against Bondar. I think he lost the first round pretty decisively, but came back and subbed Bondar with literally 1 second left. Bondar tapped like boyo. Easy submission victory for Ronaldo Rodriguez. I think he should fight Mateus Mendonca, right? There's really fucking no one else. There's no one else. And I kind of like Ronaldo Rodriguez as a prospect. I mean, Denis Bondar, he's not the easiest fucking, fighter to get through. You have to be somewhat decent to beat him. And, hey, I guess Ronaldo Rodriguez is somewhat decent. Mateus Mendonca, to beat him, you also have to be somewhat decent. So if he beats Mendonca, he's a legit prospect. We need more prospects, okay? There's no one in that fucking division. We need more fucking prospects. But next up, the nightmare matchup of all fucking nightmare matchups, Fares Ziam versus Claudio Puelles. I just want to say this before I get into this. Who on God's green fucking earth dreamed up, who concocted this fucking fight? Like, what the fuck? Claudio Puelles, the pussy quitter, had arguably one of the worst performances of all time against Dan Hooker versus Fares, the boring Frenchie Ziam. Who concocted this? Right? But fucking, this was a crazy robbery, by the way. Robbery. Fares Ziam robbed Claudio Chadio Puelles, okay? That was an easy W for Claudio Puelles, but the judges are racist, and they need the French to have any victories they can get. They need to give the French any victories they can fucking get, but whatever, boring fucking decision from both ends. F Fares Ziam, he's literally French. I want to see Fares Ziam versus Ismail Bonfim, because I want to see him get battered in the cage. And I want Claudio Puelles to fight Nazim Sadikov, because I also want him to get battered in the cage. I want him to get his shit kicked in. Next up, though, Edgar Chairez versus Daniel Lacerda. I mean, what did we fucking expect to happen? What did we expect? Anyone who picked Lacerda in this fight is actually fucking stupid. Easy submission for Edgar Chairez. It was pretty back and forth, but as soon as it got to the ground, Edgar Chairez just locks up a triangle and subs him. Easy fucking submission for Edgar Chairez. I think he should fight Vinicius Salvador, because that's just a good fight. There's not much to say, because it's like, Edgar Chairez sucks as well. He's choloed TF up. He's choloed TF the fuck up. But he sucks. He's not good. And Daniel Lacerda is even worse. Like, you should be running through Daniel Lacerda. But Vinicius Salvador, fuck it. It's just a fun fight. Okay, it's just fun. Next up, though, Jesus Aguilar versus Mateus Mendonca. Disgusting performance for Jesus Aguilar. Jesus Aguilar, is regarded. Garbo. Jesus Aguilar is Garbo, and I don't believe him at all. Why are you shooting takedowns after getting back up against Mateus Mendonca? You're regarded. What are you doing? He nearly lost this fight because he kept on shooting takedowns and getting reversed after he kept on shooting fucking takedowns. Hey, fucking, do you have short-term memory loss? What are you doing? But I think you should fight Hyung Sung Park. There's not really much else for me to fucking say about that. There's not much else for me to say about that. It's a decent fight. It's a good, build up. It's a good fucking win for Hyung Sung Park, because I actually kind of believe in him. He's not like Jesus Aguilar, who sucks and keeps on shooting takedowns on Mateus Mendonca, the grappler, who's out grappling you. I want him to get beat up by Hyung Sung Park. Am I so wrong for that? But next up, Howney the Dirty Brazilian Rat Barcelos versus Christian Quinones. Sigma. Hey. Sigmas illegally knee their opponents and keep on grabbing the fence. Sigmas illegally knee them and grab the fence because they should be legal. Knee to grounded opponents should be legal. Grabbing the fence should be legal. Sigmas just fight how they want to fight, right? Bobby Green is an example, headbutting people for no reason. But hey, I want to see Howney Barcelos versus Adrian Yanez. Okay, I want to see Howney Barcelos versus Adrian Yanez, because that's actually a good fight to make. Adrian Yanez got fraud checked by the GOAT Jonathan Martinez, a real Chicano enforcer. So he's on a 2-fight losing streak. Howney Barcelos is kind of like mid-tier, unranked fucking bantamweight. So it is a fight that you can make. And I think they should make that, because that'd be a highlight reel KO for Adrian Yanez. And with Christian Quinones, I want him to fight Brian Kelleher. There's not much else to say about that. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be a great fucking fight. I despise you, Christian Quinones, for somehow getting fucking subbed by Howney Barcelos. What the fuck are you doing? How does that happen? But next up, with the best fight of all time, Manuel Torres, Chris Duncan. Hey, Chris Duncan, there are consequences to your actions. Pretending like you beat Yanola Schmooze. Yanola Schmooze will rematch you and murder you in the cage. Okay? That's what you get for beating Yanola Ash Goat. But this was an easy submission victory for Manuel Torres. He kind of just took Chris Duncan down. Chris, no grappling. Duncan down. I think Manuel Torres, this guy's a prospect. He's like a legit prospect. He sparked Nicholas Mota. Obviously, Chris Duncan's not the easiest dude to get through. To just take him down in sub is like really impressive. I think he should fight Ludovic Klein. I think that's a good step up. And if he beats Ludovic Klein, he's basically one fight away from being ranked. He's a legit prospect. Ludovic Klein is a bit of a step up, going from Chris Duncan, Nicholas Mota to Ludovic Klein. But Ludovic Klein also sucks. He's able to be beat by these like lower end guys. So I think that's a perfect fight to make. And I think Chris Duncan should fight Francisco Prado in the feature fight. I think he should fight Francisco Prado, because I want to see him. I want to see Chris Duncan. I want to see Chris Duncan just go on a 7-fight KO loss streak. That's what I want to see. I want to see Chris Duncan just get his career ended. That's what I want to see. And speaking of Prado, right? The next fight on the card is Zellhuber versus Prado. Zellhuber is actually pretty promising, right? How did this get fight of the night? Excuse me? How did Zellhuber versus Prado get fight of the night? What, because Prado threw 2 spinning back fists in the fucking 3rd round? Hey, first round was really good. Hey, first round was a fucking great fight. Second round, Zellhuber was just beating the shit out of Prado. Third round, Zellhuber was just beating the shit even more out of Prado. The first round was the only, like, back and forth round. I hate when they do that, when one round is competitive, and then the rest are just someone getting their shit kicked in. Yeah, it's entertaining, but it's not. Fight of the night is supposed to be, like, the most fucking back and forth, right? Not just one round was back and forth, and the rest he was getting his shit kicked in. It should have been the main event, obviously. But, hey, who gives a F, right? I think Zellhuber should fight Jamie Malarkey. I also want to move Zellhuber up as well. I think we need to move these guys up. They're actually promising prospects. You know, Francisco Prado, he's not easy to get through. And I know he got a cut open on his eye, and immediately after that, that's when Zellhuber started to pop off. But Zellhuber has, like, a couple decent wins. Hey, I actually kind of believe I believe in him a little bit. And next up, with the co-main event, Yair, the fake Mexican imposter, versus Brian High T City Ortega, my Cali blood, El Vato Loco, High T City Ortega. Easy submission victory for Brian Ortega. Hey, MMA guru. The eagle has to fly to the top of the mountain. The eagle has flown to the top of the mountain. I just want to say I publicly endorse Brian High T City Ortega. We are both El Vato Loco Cali Bloods. We are both High T Sigma males. We're both obviously eagle enjoyers. I also just want to say this. Comeback of the year. Hey, comeback of the year, because Brian was getting his shit kicked in the first round. I thought it was going to be an easy fucking TKO for Yair Rodriguez. Why am I even saying that with an accent? He's not Mexican. Yair Rodriguez is not Mexican because Mexicans have grit. Mexicans have willpower. Okay? I'm more Mexican than Yair Rodriguez. Brian Ortega, by the way, the only reason he lost those fights, by the way, his only losses, because he was with Tracy Cortez, the succubus. Okay? Hey, post Tracy Cortez, Ortega is a future champion. Brian Ortega versus Ilia Topuria for the belt. Okay? Cry even harder and co-parter, you nerds and virgins. Actually, Brian Ortega should fight for the belt because he's on a 1-fight win streak and he got his shit kicked in by Max Hollywood and Volkanovski. I don't care. I don't fucking care. He beat Yair Rodriguez. If Rodriguez beat Ortega, he'd be fighting for the belt. Ortega's fighting for the belt no matter fucking what. Do you really want to see him fight fucking what? Movsar Evloev? Don't. If you genuinely say, no, Ortega should fight Movsar Evloev or someone else, never ever watch this sport or my channel ever again. You're brain dead. Who else is Topuria gonna fight? Straight up. Okay, let's say Brian Ortega fights Movsar Evloev. Who's next after that? Who's next? Yair Rodriguez just got exposed for being a no wrestling rat, which I've always been saying. By the way, this just puts into perspective how garbage Alexander Volkanovski's legacy is. Alexander Volkanovski now has 0 good wins except for Brian Ortega, which, by the way, I just want to say, Brian Ortega is so fucking Sigma. People don't understand. He uses chin feints. And for people who don't understand what a chin feinting is, it's like Izzy level feinting where you just fuck with their brains, right? Izzy feints just a shit ton with like strikes or whatever to just fuck with your brain, overload the data, right? Brian Ortega uses a tactic called chin feinting where he just lets you land every single strike on him. Like every single strike. Jab, fucking straight, leg kick, wheel kick. He'll let you land literally whatever. And it just F's with your brain. You go, why is this dude just letting me throw whatever? And you get overzealous and overconfident. And then you knock him down. He lets you knock him down. And then gets on the ground and just submits you. It's called chin feinting. It's a real tactic. It's the next calf kick of MMA. I also just want to say this. Brian Ortega submits Ilia Topuria in the first round. Champ shit only. Arvato Loco Ortega is the next champion 2024. Cry about it, nerds and virgins. Yair Rodriguez should fight Arnold Allen. I don't want him to fight Movsar Evloev. I want Movsar Evloev to fight someone else that he's like he can actually beat. Because if Yair Rodriguez is kind of Arnold Allen is kind of fucking you up, Yair Rodriguez. And also, I just want to give Moreno a gifted matchup as well, because he will run through Yair Rodriguez. I don't know why I'm saying that with an accent. He's not Mexican. But this was just a more entertaining fight than Yair versus Movsar. I mean, don't tell me you're genuinely excited if you hear Yair versus Movsar get announced. It's so boring. At least Yair versus Allen will be mostly on the feet. They're both somewhat entertaining strikers. I want Movsar to fight someone else and then get the belt, like maybe a fucking, I don't know, dude. Maybe Josh Emmett or something. But, whatever. Let's move on to the main event. Brandon, Lego Baby Moreno versus Brandon, the real Brandon, Raw Dog Royval. Just want to say this. Raw Dog Royval, raw dogged Moreno, and unloaded all over his face with strikes. And to all you dumb idiots, Moreno looked off. Yo, Moreno looked off. Maybe because Royval was slamming those body kicks into him. He landed like 7 fucking body kicks, clean, flush body kicks, and after every single one, Moreno even more and more. Watch back the fucking fight, you nerds. I'll never watch back any fight, ever. I'm not going to watch it back. I just remember it because I have a decent fucking memory, unlike all you MMA nerds. Go watch back the fight and look at Moreno getting hit by those body kicks. Every single time he gets hit by those body kicks, it visibly hurts him, and you can see him tire out after that. He didn't look off. He was getting his shit kicked in by Raw Dog. He was getting raw dogged by Raw Dog Royval. But speaking of Brandon Moreno, I want to see I want to see another beating. I've already made a lot of beatings in this fight. I want to see Moreno versus Albazi get rebooked. Hey, am I cray cray for wanting to see Amir the Rat get his shit kicked in by Brandon Moreno? Am I loco? Am I a loco Torres for wanting to see that? I want to see the fight get rebooked. It should have happened. It makes even more sense now. It didn't make sense before. It actually makes sense now. But, you know, whatever. I want to see Brandon Raw Dog Royval versus Manel Cap for the #1 contender. Oh, I swear to God, if I hear, oh, the pain told you, oh, boring, Flywood's boring. Brandon Raw Dog Royval versus Manel Cap is a dream matchup. Okay, don't tell me that's not a legit crazy fucking fight. Okay, that's like a fight of the year, KO of the year. Something crazy is happening in that fight. And it makes sense, because Cap was already going to fight Nicolau to become the number 1 contender. Royval still needs one more win if he wants to get another title shot, at least, since he's already 0-2 against Pantoja, which is why people say it's boring. Hey, Pantoja's only boring fight was literally the second one against Royval, okay? And guess what? If Cap beats him, he gets a title shot, and it's a fresh fucking new phase. And with Albazi too, if Albazi somehow manages to rob Moreno, then he gets a title shot as well, and he'll get his shit kicked in or subbed immediately by Pantoja. Anyone who doesn't understand, anyone who says flyweight is not interesting, you just don't know any of the fighters, and you pretend not to care, like MMA fucking Puru, going, oh, this fight's so boring. Brandon Royval set a strike record! He set a record for significant strikes! I'm so fucking pissed! But, those are my fights to make. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down below. I'm the most Mexican MMA YouTuber. F off Mexican martial arts. How does Eagle No Work Ethic MMA post more videos more consistently than Mexican martial arts? He's the lazy Mexican. I'm the Speedy Gonzalez Mexican. Stay coping about it, you nerds and virgins. Thank you all for watching. Eagle MMA is out, foo.
Hey. Young Lean? Are you Young Lean?
What?
Are you Young Lean?
No, I'm Barry Dillon.